Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to give you a quick update about a red dot sight that I've had for quite some time, but had some problems with, and now it's been replaced by Trijicon. The sight that I had problems with originally is the SRS. A few years ago, this was a new sight, and a lot of people are pretty excited about it. What it offers is a large field of view, very similar to what you might find with an EOTech, with a slightly smaller footprint. It also features a AA battery, and then this solar screen up here on the top that extends the life of the battery. It doesn't necessarily recharge the battery, and the sight won't work without a battery, but it's designed to, like I said, extend the service life of the standard AA battery that fits inside this compartment here. The sight that I originally had the knobs on the side, and that's how you attached it. This one has a quick detach system on it. It has a little button right here. You push and flip this lever and it pops off. You can just set it onto any 1913 style rail, push it down, flip the lever, and supposedly it's self-adjusting and locks itself down fairly positively. So I'm going to go ahead and start evaluating the sight again. Now, the original one I got when they first came out, and they had some problems with them, and Trijicon knew that they had some problems. The first problem that I had with the sight was when I looked up towards the sun, or or even in the direction of the sun. If the sun was just over to one side, I just had light in front of me. The electronics would become visible in the screen, so it looked like signal strength bars on a cell phone wrapped around the dot. The more I got towards the source of the light, the weirder things got. I got all sorts of blooming and little dots, false dots appearing in my vision or in the field of view, and it was just awkward. The sight just didn't work very well. I sent it back and they serviced it. Took them a couple of months. They sent it back to me and things seemed to work okay. I could still, under the right circumstances, overcast days for example, kind of sort of see those signal strength bars, if you will, around the dot, but it wasn't as pronounced, so they kind of sort of fixed the issue. But a year on after that, the sight just died. It stopped working. And I made a post on social media saying, even Trijicon puts out a limit every once in a while. I'm done with the SRS. I'm not going to send it in for service anymore. I'm just done with it. Going to throw it in the drawer and chalk it up to even a big company like Trijicon being able to put out a limit every once in a while. Well, the guys over at Trijicon saw that post and they said, that's not normal for our sites. We will take care of it for you. And to their credit, they exchanged the sight for me, got me a brand new one, and this is the sight. They say that they've made some updates to the electronics. I don't see the issue anymore with the dot whatsoever. I don't see any type of artifacts around the dot at all. And it seems very crystal clear and crisp, the image through the dot, through the sight. So far, with me having just gotten to the range with it, it seems to be an improvement over the original model. So I'm actually glad that they did that, because I liked the promise of the SRS. I originally bought it because it looked so good on my Tavor. That's when the Tavor first hit the market. And I thought the sight would be like a natural fit for the little stubby features of the Tavor. It's kind of a short, stubby sight. So anyway, now I have it on my Beretta ARX, which is a rifle that I really enjoy shooting. This is actually one of my favorite rifles. I know it gets a bad rap on the internet, but this rifle has a lot of really good features and functionalities to it that you don't get with other rifles. But we're not going to talk about the ARX too much. I'll do a little bit of shooting with the SRS, get it sighted in, and then, sometime down the road, I'll give you an update on how well the SRS is holding up. So let's go ahead and shoot at that challenge target. We're only about 50 yards or so. I think it's almost kind of sort of zeroed after just dropping it on the ARX. Missed one. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit off to the left, but not bad. Yeah, nice and solid. I think we're going to get along just fine. Let's load up some more magazines, go back a little ways, and see just how zeroed it is from the 100-yard line. All right, I've taken a knee out about a 100-yard line to take a shot at that little challenge steel target down there. And we're going to see just how close this SRS is to being on. I haven't zeroed it at all. I haven't turned the knobs whatsoever. All right, so it looks like it's a little bit high. If I hold low, You can hear that ring, at least I can with the Sordens on, of the center flapper. Dang it. Alright, so I have to hold just a little bit low and left, and it's pretty much on. I'm going to have to put it on paper. There's not a whole lot I can do to the sight right now. That's pretty lucky. Yeah, so that works pretty good. The can I'm using is an M4 SD2 from Griffin Armament. It just attaches to a standard A2 birdcage. I can see the mirage coming off that thing already. It's hot out here today and kind of humid and muggy. And within 60 rounds, man, that heat coming off that can is something I can see through the red dot sight, that mirage. It's kind of cool. But the sight seems to be working pretty good. Now, what I will say is it's kind of like the MRO. There's a slight magnification to it, like maybe a half a power. At range, it's not all that noticeable. When you get up close to targets, it's more pronounced. There's not much color shift. Let's try it without the glasses. The color's pretty good. You're always going to have a little bit of color shift through any red dot sight because of the protective coatings they put on the lens. But now I will also say, in conditions like this where it was overcast, this was actually kind of the worst conditions possible for the previous version of the sight that I had when I was seeing that ghosting of that artifact around the dot. No matter what I look at right now, no matter what the lighting is, there's no artifacts whatsoever. It's very clean. What's kind of funny though is the evolution that I've seen from this sight to the new MRO. I actually kind of like the MRO. It's a smaller sight. It has that same type of concept where you have a small ocular lens over here, then on the objective side it's much bigger and it gives you that large field of view. The MRO gives you the same feeling with a smaller, lighter package. So anyway, I'm very glad this is working. I'm going to keep the sight around and actually use it now. It's a little bit big by today's standards given the size of the T1 micros and the MROs and stuff like that, but it still seems to be a fairly useful sight. I'm kind of curious how long the battery life is going to be. I never really messed with testing it. I'm going to do that now. I'm not going to put any batteries in it and see how long I have to go between battery changes. It might be a year or two, guys, so be patient. All right. Let's say it's zeroed for now. I'm going to leave it on the ARX, and you'll see the ARX in a future video here really soon. I want to talk a little bit more about this rifle. I think it's kind of underrated. Okay guys, we're going to wrap things up. I will give you an update in the future as to how well the SRS is holding up. You know, when I first made my post on Instagram about just throwing the sight in the drawer and kind of giving up, a lot of you guys are trying to keep me honest, saying, Mac, why would you do that? It's an expensive sight. Contact Trijicon, they'll take care of you. And I should have. But it's kind of nice to know that the guys over at Trijicon follow me on Instagram. They saw the issue that I was having. They reached out. They took the initiative and actually repaired my sight and got me all set back up. And now I'm glad that I have it once again. I may stick it on the Tavor, but I think I'm going to keep it right here on the ARX 100. I was previously using a Leupold, a little Delta Point. You'll remember that thing on here. I cracked the lens on it and chipped it pretty good. It's I think I'm pretty much in the throes of death there at that red dot sight, so I'm going to keep the SRS on here. And you will see the ARX again in future videos here on the channel. If you guys have any questions about anything you've seen in this video, ask those questions down below. I try to stick around for the first couple of days after a video goes live to answer the questions you guys may have. And if you haven't already, please check out Copper Custom. If you would like to support the Military Arms channel, it's the best possible way. Swing by, check out Copper Custom. And check out full30.com. That's full30.com. We've taken all the web's best firearms content creators, brought them under one roof, and that is full30.com. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you guys soon. Who says you can't shoot a rifle with a 12-pound trigger pull fast? Ha ha! Mic drop? Mic drop? Anybody? Mic drop? Mic drop? Watch this, last test.